changes have you made? What have you been exploring? Just a 10,000-foot level.
Yeah, I mean, it's in these transitions, it can be very difficult to tell what's going on. And what I would say is, I find what Sahil says is fascinating, but not without precedent. And so let me start by saying, Dave, how I was wrong coming into the beginning of this year. We had such strong sales in December of last year. I thought we could push that through and actually have more transactions, which would mean more price discovery, because that is what had happened in the fall when rates started to come down before the Fed cut. Sorry, just have to mention that again. And then after the Fed cut, of course, rates went up again. And so I thought we would be able to keep that momentum because you could also see there was a lot of exuberance around the new administration. Everything was just like churning along. And then April, the tariff terror happens and everything just came to a screeching halt. The bond market went absolutely bananas. Rates, were just, I mean, the bond market was selling off like crazy. And so the housing market died again. I mean, it died. I mean, when we say 2024 was the worst sales since 1995, and we've increased population by over 20%. I just don't think people, they need to understand. Now, part of that, I think, is because it's in your space. And I have a little anecdote. Don't let me forget. I want to tell you about that seller financing to your point about notes increasing or decreasing, which one. So anyway, so we get here and we just kind of skid to a stop. The summer was very lackluster and I keep pushing, just come on, we just need more sales because what's happening to that median price is, so firstly, I don't like to make predictions. I like to just talk about the path, but I've been forced to do it because certain people wouldn't debate me if I didn't have a forecast, and I can only look at the math, and what it tells me. And so, yes, I was wrong in my prediction of home price decrease, but what's happened again this year is that because we had so few transactions, who's transacting is that top 1 to 10%. It's now more than 1%, not even 10%. And then anybody they can get in the door, the last one in the door with FHA, the builders are doing this, giving crazy incentives. They're about to get in trouble. There's been a big study out about those seller concessions that they're not properly accounting for because they're doing an accounting trick. And on the new home side, by the way, those prices have come down. And that's before you take into consideration all the incentives, which is about 50,000 per home if you ask Lennar. And so the new home market has been chugging at a much faster clip than the existing